A fan of Star Wars and the fan fantasy genre, Sean Butler got an idea he wanted to run with in 2015, but it took several self discovery quizzes to convince him he was a writer at heart. So in 2018, he got to work, and now we have the Raven Chronicles Magic Reborn.
During the 90s, Star Wars came out with these expanded universe books. It started with Timothy Zahn with the Thrawn series. And he had a lady that became a Jedi. She was basically in the background doing work for the Emperor and things like that. And so, she was this rogue Jedi that was basically an assassin. And so she's always been one of my favorite characters of Star Wars. She was well written, everything like that. So I kind of drew a lot of that into this, where she's not a Jedi, but she's in the medieval realm and she's a bounty hunter instead of an assassin. She lost her mom as a child, or presumably she lost her mom as a child, and she grew up on her own. And so she learned that she had to take care of herself. And so in the process, she learned how to fight. And so she decided, why not be a bounty hunter? She's not tied down to anything. She can move around, as she pleases. And all she's got to do is be a police, so to speak, for the different kingdoms. And she became really good at it. Never lost a bounty. She always brought the person in, either dead or alive. And so she had this one bounty where she captured the guy and brought him to the castle. And all of a sudden, she found herself caught up in the local castle politics. And she was supposed to deliver this person directly to the king, but one of the lords of the castle said, no, you can just leave him here, because he was an elf. And the kingdom had just ended a war with the elves, the Palian kingdom. And so there's still a lot of hatred toward them. And so the king was trying to bring peace between the kingdoms while this lord wanted the war to continue. So he said, no, just give me the elf and you can go on your way. Well, this didn't sit right with her. So she said, no, I think we'll just wait for the king. And then they're basically attacked. They escape the kingdom and now she's on the run. And trying to make their way back to Palia, she runs across this strange character who basically tells her there's more to you than you realize, and that there's a darkness coming that is going to involve you. And so she passes it off like this just a crazy lady out in the middle of, the forest. And so it just kind of escalates from there.
You said you have a Facebook page dedicated to your book?
Yes,
So, what's going on your Facebook page?
probably not as much as I should be. I did a booth at a local market downtown, and I sold over a dozen books. It was a 4-hour booth, and I did Facebook Lives and things like that on there.
That's great that you sold a dozen books, though.
Yeah.
Well, you work for a TV station. Won't they do a spot with you?
Actually, I've got ads running this week on our main CBS station, and I've got ads running for the next couple of weeks. I've talked to the news director, and I've known him for years, and he said, "Yeah, they absolutely will do an interview, you know, with me as a local author."
How many books you think you'll do altogether?
I'm hoping at least 3, and depending on if I have more ideas after that, I would be interested in continuing it.
All right, Sean, sounds good.